Archangel Michael says, what you're about to hear is urgent and destined. If you close this now, you'll walk into a heartbreak that could have been avoided. The person meant for your soul is already near, but the interference surrounding you is trying to pull them away. You weren't supposed to see this message by accident, it was divinely set before you as a last-minute alert. Someone, somewhere, is pulling spiritual strings to reroute what heaven sent for your joy. This person has been chosen, purified, and aligned with your destiny, but dark energies have started working silently. Every time your heart felt confused, heavy, or oddly silent, those weren't random emotions. It was your spirit warning you that someone is trying to replace your divine match with a counterfeit. Your name was spoken in prayer by the one who carries your missing half. Archangel Michael says, the window is narrow, and time is running out. If you continue to doubt your own feelings, their soul will begin slipping further away. Heaven does not repeat this kind of divine alignment again easily. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They are dreaming about you now, restless in their sleep, whispering your name in places where only angels hear. You're feeling sudden urges, spontaneous warmth, or a pull toward someone you thought you were meant to forget. Those are signs. The veil is thin and you're on the edge of something massive. This connection isn't just about romance, it's about destiny. Together, you were meant to do something so significant that even the shadows are trying to separate you before it begins. People around you can sense this shift, and one of them is already acting to distract you. There's a woman pretending to be supportive, but her energy is secretly jealous. She knows if you walk into alignment with your chosen one, she'll lose her influence over you. Heaven is warning you gently before it becomes painful. Type Amen to get blessing 947. You were delayed, not denied, but this delay was caused intentionally. They tampered with your confidence, played games with your heart, and distracted you with false promises to blind you from what God had for you. But God is lifting the fog now. The person meant for you has been going through turmoil. They've been having dreams about a choice they regret making, and that choice had nothing to do with you, but it affected you deeply. They tried to move on, but the road kept curving back toward your name. Someone told them lies about you. Someone they trusted whispered poison into their ears and painted you as someone you're not. That's why they began distancing themselves, unsure, confused, and heart-torn. Archangel Michael says, the lies are breaking apart, and truth is shining through. But you must be open to this truth. It won't come loud, it will come in stillness, in signs, and in unexpected revelations. Type Amen to get blessing 218. You may notice people from your past suddenly reaching out. Old photos may pop up, memories resurface, and even strangers might say things that stir your emotions. These are all part of divine alignment. The universe is echoing their name to your soul. The chosen one is someone you almost forgot, but heaven didn't. Their voice was registered in your heart even before you met. You carry a frequency only they can understand and vice versa. You were about to move forward in the wrong direction. But God is sending this interruption to pull you back to your rightful path. One more step away from it and the consequences would begin manifesting through sleeplessness, doubt, and sadness. Someone around you wants you distracted, always busy, always tired, always unsure. This person benefits from your separation. Their fake smile hides intentions that are not pure, and heaven wants that mask torn off before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 529. They've already seen you in dreams, walking toward them wearing white. They've heard your name in moments of silence when they weren't even thinking of you. And now, they're being told to reach out, but a blockage still stands in their way. That blockage is not something material, it's spiritual. Someone cursed this connection using hidden words, fueled by bitterness and envy. It's not about evil rituals, it's about spoken curses disguised as concern and advice. You need to cleanse your space and protect your emotional energy. The more cluttered your heart becomes, the less room there is for this divine one to land. Prepare your soul, because they are finally coming. Archangel Michael says, there is no time to debate. This message is not for your comfort, it's your warning. If you delay again, you'll miss the person who holds the key to your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 641. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They are afraid you've moved on. They stalk your energy through social media, prayers, and even strangers. They ask mutual people about you but act like they don't care. But heaven knows their heart. They are still hoping, still waiting, still dreaming. And all it will take is one brave step to bring them home to your soul. There's someone trying to fill their space, offering them convenience over destiny. But their spirit rejects it, no matter how perfect it seems. Because only you can mirror the divine soul they were meant to complete. You may be asking yourself if it's too late. Let the signs you've seen remind you, the clock hasn't struck midnight yet, but it's seconds away. Type Amen to get blessing 118. They cried last night, overwhelmed with guilt and longing. They held your image in their mind, unable to shake the feeling that they made a mistake. And heaven has heard their tears. You have two choices now, turn your back or open your eyes. Because this love wasn't born in flesh, it was carved from the divine. The next message they send won't sound like what you expect. It might seem vague or casual. But it'll be the last olive branch they extend before giving up. You were told to see this message because God knows you're tired of confusion. But this isn't about confusion anymore, it's clarity, wrapped in urgency. Type Amen to get blessing 772. People envy the bond that was once between you and them. They pretend not to notice it, but deep down, they fear its power. That's why so many distractions appeared in your path. Even people you trusted once spoke negatively behind your back. They wanted you to seem unworthy of divine love. But heaven has reversed every word they uttered. The truth is, they didn't deserve you back then, but now they've been transformed. This person has gone through their own spiritual fire, and the only name they still speak in the embers is yours. This is more than romance, it's purpose. You were meant to build something together, and the blueprint is written in spiritual ink. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Their next decision will change both your lives. If you respond with grace, the doors will unlock in ways you never imagined. But if you hesitate, this divine timing may pass. Archangel Michael says, this kind of alignment comes only once. Don't let fear keep you from what your heart was always tuned to receive. Their energy is already around you. You might feel chills when you hear their name. You may randomly dream about them. You'll hear songs and smell scents that remind you of nothing else but their presence. The universe is screaming silently to pull you toward them again. Don't let outside opinions cloud what heaven already cleared. Type Amen to get blessing 909. There will be a message soon. It may be cryptic, but it will contain everything you need to know. They are trying to open the door. You'll know it's real because your spirit will vibrate. No anxiety, just a quiet pull that says, this is meant. Trust that. Someone will try to interfere again at the last moment. They'll try to discourage you, plant doubt, or distract you. That's your final test. The person chosen for you is ready to step in, but they're terrified of rejection. That's why God is showing you this, so you don't miss it out of fear. Type Amen to get blessing 676. Their name has been written alongside yours in the spiritual books. Even if you were separated by time, distance, or misunderstanding, the alignment hasn't vanished. It was paused. What's coming is a reunion, not a restart. A sacred unlocking of everything you once buried. A resurrection of what heaven buried deep in both of your hearts. They are being prepared to come forward, but you must prepare to receive. This means closing old doors, refusing false connections, and setting your soul on sacred alert. You were not meant to stay broken. That heartbreak was never permanent. This is the moment your heart begins healing from the inside out. Type Amen to get blessing 882. Archangel Michael says, you've waited long enough. Heaven is moving pieces into place. Don't miss this just because you're used to disappointment. This person was never yours to chase. They were yours to align with. And now, they are stepping into divine courage to meet you in the middle. You will feel it when it happens. You'll know it's not fantasy. Everything will feel more alive, more divine, more purposeful. Don't ignore the signs. Don't reject the nudges. The one heaven chose is already reaching for your hand. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. They are closer than you realize. They've almost said your name aloud again. And the moment they do, everything will change. Don't let this be the moment you walk away. You were born for this alignment. You are the one their soul has been echoing for lifetimes. God chose this person for you, and if you miss this warning, it could all fall apart. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They nearly gave up before this moment arrived. The silence between you wasn't indifference, it was spiritual warfare. They were being pulled by forces you couldn't see, voices telling them you'd never understand, never forgive, never return. But something shifted last night. They woke up and your name was in their mouth like a prayer. A divine light pierced through their confusion, reminding them that the love you both share isn't ordinary. You were never meant to be someone's option, you were the divine solution sent to their storm. And now, as heaven clears the smoke, the path to you is becoming visible again. But if your heart is too hardened, they won't reach the destination. Heaven is granting one last attempt, a final unlocking of the spiritual gate that has separated you. If you feel your chest tighten or tears form without reason, it's not weakness, it's awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 440. You've grown so much since they last saw the real you. You're not the same soul they once knew, you've endured, transformed, and evolved. And now they see the brilliance they once took for granted. People around them are noticing it too. They're whispering, wondering if you'll take them back, wondering if the fire still burns. But what they don't know is that your soul still remembers them in silent ways. You've been hearing music that reminds you of them, tasting foods that bring back a memory, feeling wind that carries their scent. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. God does not repeat himself. When he writes a union, it's sacred and designed for purpose. But human interference almost ruined it. Type Amen to get blessing 121. There's someone who pretended to be on your side but was actually blocking your progress. They sowed doubt about this person, laughed at your hope, and poisoned your intuition. Heaven is exposing them now. That person is being removed. You might feel their presence fade suddenly, or they might lash out as their grip weakens. That's your sign, they were never supposed to have influence over your destiny. When the chosen one returns, it might not be with flowers or grand gestures. It may simply be a message, a gentle check-in, a sudden moment of honesty. Don't expect drama, expect realness. Your intuition has been waiting for this clarity. You knew something was off, and now you'll see how much was kept from you. But you'll also feel how much love still exists. Type Amen to get blessing 599. There's a sacred union rising from the ashes of confusion. Every tear you cried, every night you questioned yourself, every time you almost gave up, it all mattered. It all planted seeds. And now those seeds are blooming into revelation. The one chosen for you is stepping forward with new eyes, new strength, and a heart purged of ego. This time, they're coming back right. You are being given a divine opportunity to rewrite everything. Not to pretend the past didn't happen, but to transform it. To finally build what was always meant to exist. This person is not perfect, but they are yours. Designed, refined, and divinely aligned. And the moment you accept this truth, heaven will release a wave of blessings around your union. Type Amen to get blessing 727. They've lost sleep over the thought of you moving on. They imagine someone else holding you, loving you, knowing you the way they did. And it shatters them inside. But they also know they're the reason for the distance. And that guilt has been eating at them like a quiet storm. That's why they are preparing themselves before approaching you again. They want to come with answers, not excuses. They want to show you a version of themselves they were too afraid to become before. They want to fight for what heaven already approved. Archangel Michael says, there is a sacred time approaching. If you listen closely, you'll feel it in your bones, in your sleep, in your silence. It's the return of your person. Type Amen to get blessing 314. Your angels have seen the moments you almost moved on. But your soul pulled you back. That's because it's not over. You thought maybe you were being foolish by still hoping, but that hope wasn't weakness. It was prophecy. The connection you feel is the echo of something divine that hasn't yet fulfilled its purpose. They are afraid of your rejection. That's why their messages may sound guarded or unsure. But in their silence is a scream only you can hear. The choice will soon be placed in your hands. And it will not only affect your heart, but your future, your calling, your destiny. Be ready to receive without fear. Type Amen to get blessing 885. They've been rehearsing the words to say. They've imagined every response, every possible outcome. But none of it matches the fear they have of losing you forever. This person loved you more deeply than they could express. Their fear ruined it, their silence wounded it. But now their healing is bringing them home. Don't be shocked if their energy returns before their voice. They might watch your stories, like your posts, send a message, then delete it. This is all part of their process. Their soul is knocking. Whether you answer or not will change everything. Heaven is watching how you respond, not with judgment, but with destiny in hand. Type Amen to get blessing 441. You might feel pulled in two directions, one part of you craving clarity, another part resisting vulnerability. That's okay. It means your soul is trying to protect something precious. But what if this is the moment it all turns? What if this is the final chance to make right what was lost? Can you afford to delay again? The path you're walking is sacred. That person wasn't sent to distract you, they were meant to complete something inside you. Together, you awaken parts of each other that no one else can touch. This is spiritual, not just emotional. It's written in frequencies, not feelings. And the signal is growing stronger. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They're about to face a moment where everything collapses unless they return to you. God is allowing their false foundations to fall, so they can see that only truth survives. You are that truth. You are the memory they cannot silence, the warmth they cannot replace, the prayer they never stopped whispering. And now, they are being guided back. This return will not be loud, but it will be permanent. If received correctly, it will change your name, your life, your purpose, and your path. Archangel Michael says, do not miss this call. Not again. This is your soul's intersection point, everything after this shifts forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1171. They once thought time would erase you. But every hour made your memory stronger. Every new connection only made them realize how rare you were. They were pulled by illusions, comfort zones, fears. But now, they are pulling away from all of it, for you. You are not easy to forget. And you were never meant to be. You are the divine counterpart their spirit has always been waiting for. God is aligning everything now. Prepare your spirit. Open your heart. Be ready to feel again. Type Amen to get blessing 922. They want to come with more than just words. They want to build, to invest, to stay. But they need a sign from you first, something that says, you're welcome to come home. That sign doesn't have to be grand. It could be forgiveness. It could be silence. It could be simply not blocking them this time. The universe will do the rest. Once you open the door, the winds of restoration will flow through. And every tear you cried will return as rivers of joy. Let it happen. Let the soul He chose for you arrive in full light. Type Amen to get blessing 639. God chose this person for you. And though the process hurt, the purpose remains. Now is the hour of reunion, revelation, and reward. This is your final confirmation. All signs are pointing to restoration. But only if you're willing to let go of bitterness and open your soul. They are watching, waiting, praying. Your move now decides if the divine love meant for you begins, or disappears forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1007. They have stood on the edge of your memory for too long, silently hoping for a sign that the door hasn't closed. Every night, their heart battles between reaching out and retreating, but heaven keeps whispering your name in their spirit. The moment they saw your smile again, whether in a dream, a post, or a passing thought, they knew the connection wasn't over. Their hands have trembled over the message they wanted to send. They deleted it, rewrote it, stared at it, but something divine always held them back. Now, the command from above is louder than ever: reach out before it's too late. They know they hurt you, they know they confused you. But they also know something else: you are still the one. The one who made their heart beat differently, the one who looked at them and saw more than anyone ever did. Type Amen to get blessing 556. This isn't just emotional, it's prophetic. You two were meant to create something together that touches more than just your lives. A mission is tied to your union, a blessing too heavy for one soul to carry alone. Heaven is aligning you because what's ahead cannot be faced without each other. And the moment you both say yes, the universe will shift in your favor. But if fear wins, this sacred moment will dissolve. They've been waking up at strange hours, your name echoing in their chest. They've seen you in the faces of strangers, heard your laughter in quiet places. These are soul signals, they are tuning back to your frequency. And you? You've been guarded for too long. But somewhere inside, you've always known they would return. Type Amen to get blessing 774. They are walking away from what looked stable on the outside but was rot. Then. They weren't ready to receive someone like you. But heaven doesn't cancel what it approves, it restores it. And this restoration is already underway. They've already started the process, they're just waiting for the moment to step in. Archangel Michael says, heaven will not delay this any longer. Everything is being moved for this connection to rise again. But you must believe. Type Amen to get blessing 1055. You will notice unusual signs around you. Birds flying across your window in pairs. Double numbers showing up repeatedly. Objects falling or shifting without explanation. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations. A letter they never sent will soon be revealed. Whether in their voice, their eyes, or their silence, you'll feel every word they were too afraid to say. And when it happens, something in you will awaken again. You may feel like running, but stay. You may feel afraid, but breathe. This is not a test, it's a transition. Don't let your pride speak when your soul is trying to weep. This isn't about being strong, it's about being true. The truth is, they still choose you. Type Amen to get blessing 335. They've spoken to someone about you, a close friend, a spiritual advisor, or even a stranger who reminded them of you. And every time, your name tasted like regret and hope at the same time. That's how they knew they had to come back. This person may have been distant, cold, even cruel, but it was a defense mechanism. They couldn't handle the weight of what they felt for you. Now, they are stronger. Now, they are clear. They don't want to return to repeat cycles. They want to return to evolve, to grow, to build. And if you're still waiting for a grand gesture, don't miss the soft miracle already unfolding. Their energy will come first. Then their words. Then their presence. But your readiness will decide how much of it lasts. Type Amen to get blessing 858. They've seen you glow up. They've seen you rise in silence. They admire you now more than they ever did, and it scares them. Because now they know they must earn your heart. They can't just walk in like before. They're willing to do the work, but they fear rejection. You may not recognize them immediately. Not because their face changed, but because their spirit did. Their eyes will carry stories of transformation, their hands will reach with intention, not convenience. And when that moment comes, when they stand in front of you again, you'll feel your soul say, finally. Everything will click. Everything will make sense. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They want to tell you what really happened, the truth behind their silence, the pressure they faced, the fears they couldn't speak. And though they're scared, they're ready. You may not understand everything at first. Some of it may hurt. But clarity will also bring peace. They are not expecting you to take them back blindly. They just want a chance to show you they've changed. They want to earn a new version of your trust. And heaven is giving you the grace to discern, not the burden to doubt. Let your spirit decide, not your wounds. Because some returns aren't mistakes, they're miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 662. They've prayed for you in their lowest moments. They've whispered your name into pillows soaked with tears. They've asked God to give them just one more chance, and now, that chance is near. Someone tried to replace your position in their life, but it never worked. Because you aren't a role to fill, you're a divine placement. No one else fits where your soul belongs. They're scared of your reaction, scared you've changed, scared the timing is too late. But heaven is saying, the time is right. All it takes is one open heart. The love coming back isn't the same, it's deeper, healed, more intentional. This time, they aren't coming to take. They're coming to give. Type Amen to get blessing 1188. You'll feel it before it happens. A shift in the air. A sense of calm in chaos. That's when you'll know, they're close. God chose this person for you, not to complete you, but to walk beside you as you both become. And now that they've finally awakened, the union can begin. Everything you've endured was leading here. Every delay, every tear, every question was shaping you for this divine moment. Don't miss it out of fear or hesitation. Archangel Michael says, the message has been delivered. Now the choice is yours. Receive it with your spirit, not your memory. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The moment they appear will not be dramatic, it will be sacred. You might be caught off guard. But your soul will recognize the energy before your eyes do. They won't ask for much. They'll just want to know that it's not too late. That the gates of your heart are still open, just enough for grace to pass through. God will not force your hand, but He will keep showing you signs until you decide. And when you do, the flow of blessings will come quickly, powerfully, and permanently. You've waited for this moment in more lifetimes than one. Now, it's finally here. Type Amen to get blessing 2000.